How important has John Merrill been stepping in for Colin there?
Yeah, he's played real well. I mean, we know what he is. He's doing a great job, and I think he's playing great hockey for us. So, big time. He's stepping in and playing real solid hockey. Oh, excuse me. I think tonight he played real good, but I really liked him the last number of games. So, he was really solid and moves the puck well, but I really liked him a lot.
Go Jesse and then Steve.
Jesse Granger with The Athletic. Can you just give your assessment of Max Pacioretty on the top line, how he gelled with those guys?
Top two lines. I thought he played well. I thought they worked hard, they competed hard. We talked about before the game that the Rangers, they got beat pretty bad their last 3 games, and I knew they were going to give a good, hard, solid effort tonight, and they did that. They came out and they were ready to play, and they were quick, and they were hungry, and it was a good hockey game. I mean, it was 1-0 for a good part of it, and we had to make sure. Marshy's goal was a huge goal for us, but they came out and they played well, and it was a grinding game tonight.
Steve Carp from Sid Vegas. To follow up on Ken's question, has it been more of a collective effort by especially the forwards to help out during Colin's absence and kind of been a big part of this winning streak?
Yeah, no, I mean, we've just played a lot better hockey, more energized. We're forechecking well. We're playing a good D-zone coverage, so I like the way our game, and it's not about our forwards are trying to help the D out because Colin's out. It's nothing to do with it. It's whoever's playing. We try and play the same team game every night, and that's what's really important for our group. When we play that game, we're a pretty good team.
Jose Valente, KSHP. You guys didn't start the season too well. Now you're 7-game winning streak, 0-2 in the last 10. Now tied with Calgary at 58 points. What's gelling with this team overall that's just making you guys so hot right now?
Well, I'm not one to make excuses, but we had a lot of injuries early on in the season, and we had a real tough schedule early on in the season. We had to do a lot of traveling, and I think that caught up to us a little bit, but we fought through that, and we know we're a good hockey team, and like I said, we played real good hockey lately. So when you get players like Nate Schmidt back and Paul Stastny back, they were out for long term. Pacioretty missed a number of games, so there's a lot of guys that's been in and out of our lineup, and I think we're getting some chemistry, but the guys are competing hard and playing hard, and I said it early in the year, it usually takes 30 players in your roster to make you a good hockey club, and that's what we've been using. We've been using a lot of different guys.
Coach Willie Ramirez with the Associated Press. Is there such a thing as a look-ahead factor in the NHL? The Rangers come in on a 3-game slide. They'd been outscored 18-3. You guys got the Sharks on deck, an important game. How important was it to stay focused on this and not look ahead if there is that in the NHL?
That's what we try and do as coaches, to make sure your players are focused for the next game, and that's all we try and do. I don't try and look ahead, the 5 games after the next one against the Sharks. We worry about, tonight's game because I knew it was going to be a battle. I knew they were going to come in here and play hard and work hard. So we worry about one game at a time, and the next one's going to be a big one. Now we got to get ready for San Jose. They're playing now against Edmonton, and I think they're winning pretty good in the score, and we just got to be ready. It's a big game. It's a good game, but all it is another 2 points in my mind.
Chris Chapman, Fox Sports Radio. A couple guys said that they weren't happy with the hit right before the end of the second period on Pacioretty. So how important is it to have a guy like Ryan Reeves on the team to kind of answer the call?
To look back earlier, Pacioretty had a big hit in our guy in the corner, and I think they were a little upset because D'Angelo got hurt a little bit, and it could have been a boarding penalty. It was pretty close. It was a hard hit. It wasn't called, and I think when they stepped up, McQuaid stepped up and hit Pacioretty real hard, and what we thought would have been an interference penalty too, but the refs called a real good game tonight, in my opinion. They did a good job, and obviously Revo stepped up, and they didn't leave it at that. McLeod came out and he was sort of yapping at Pacioretty. D'Angelo went after Pacioretty, dropped his gloves, so nobody's going to come into our team and try and intimidate us, and especially going after our top players. Guys are going to stand up for each other, and McQuaid's a tough kid. He's from my hometown. I know him pretty well, and he stepped up and he did the best he could against a real tough guy in the league.
Danny Webster, NHL.com. Coach, can you just talk about the importance of that first goal? It seemed like Cody's line was doing well, keeping possession, and to get rewarded like that with that goal.
Yeah, it was a great play. Tucky made a good play off the boards. I think it started in the D zone, and we had a couple of chips off the boards. And like you said, when you're supporting the puck and coming across, and Cody's had a real good year for us. He battles hard, he plays hard, and what's that? His 13th goal tonight. So he's playing real hard and competing, and it was a nice goal to get off. And anytime we get the lead, it feels pretty good, especially in our building.
Jesse Granger with The Athletic. You mentioned how big it was to get Nate back, and he's not a big guy. He doesn't score a lot. He skates really well. What do you think he does best? What makes him such
It's
a good...
complete game. It's a complete game. Like, it's not about his offense or it's about defensive only. He plays a complete game. He skates well. He moves the puck well, and he plays a lot of minutes. And like I said, he makes everybody better around him.
Last one for Joe.
Coach Joe Payne, Las Vegas advisor. Going back to your thing about the beyond the 23-man roster, do you have any input on whether Brandon Peary stays up or goes back?
Of course I do.
Okay.